Right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're here to talk about Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp, the defamation trial. We had day one yesterday. I was watching this live. It was very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, I have not covered this as extensively as that umbrella guy. Here he is on Twitter. Covered this extensively for like 2 years. And what I want to do is basically go back and recap what he was live tweeting about all of this. Because his coverage of this is perfect, and it goes to show that there was some really big wins for Johnny Depp. Also some really strange revelations from Amber Heard, which I think proves she's really desperate here. I mean, live in a defamation case making more defamatory statements. Interesting. Interesting tactic, Amber. Interesting. So, obviously this was going on all day yesterday, and there were some pretty major revelations there. One, like Amber Heard was acting like an absolute child. She was rolling her eyes all the time. Like really weirdly rolling her eyes. I mean, like, you just look at her face. That is not the face of someone that is taking this seriously at all. This is not, and body language between the two of them, right? What I find really interesting is when you looked at, say, I mean, this is a perfect example, right? This is what it was like throughout the case, throughout day one opening statements. She was turned, like in that previous image, and he has now had to physically turn his chair. Obviously not to the extent where he's disrespecting the judge, but he's had to turn it because she's just staring at him. Now that doesn't ring... You know, that doesn't say to me sign of a massively, huge victim, someone that's just staring down a person who allegedly now had, sexual assault. I mean, this video is going to be demonetized anyway because they're really weird on these cases, but that's not the demeanor of someone that's done that. Like, if you look at body language, this is the demeanor of someone that really doesn't want to engage in this situation at all. He's not pleased to be here. He's not having a good time. This is, he's shrinking himself down. He's holding it. He's withdrawing himself. This is body language 101, right? Like, he's pulling himself in. He's not having a good time with it at all. It's just fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. So, what was the big win? Well, this was the big win. Amber Heard's team was trying to pull in the Sun trial. And obviously, Depp's team was like, no objection. Now, the Sun trial is obviously Johnny Depp versus the Sun, the tabloid. It was in the UK. The Sun, the judge ruled in favour of the Sun, which meant that they were fine to call Johnny Depp, a woman beater. And they actually used statements that Amber Heard had basically said, yeah, I'm going to donate all this money. She must be a really good person if she's going to do this. Well, that's all turned out to be completely false anyway. And they were looking to pull that in here. But you can't do that. It's a completely different judicial system. The UK is different to the US. It's Amber Heard, it wasn't versus Amber Heard. I mean, she wasn't there. It's got nothing really to do with her in that regard. So, yeah, good that the judge strike it down. Now that is actually a pretty major win for Johnny Depp, mainly because Amber Heard's team would have used this throughout the whole case. And it would have influenced the jury if they had the ability to basically claim that he was a woman beater and say, well, the Sun, there was a case which, and sort of cite the case. That would have influenced the jury's decision. No doubt it would, of course it would. Oh, another court has ruled in favour. Oh, really? I mean, here, Amber Heard bombshell. Heard admits Elon Musk made the donations to the children's hospital, not her. So what has she done with the money? And remember, that was the main argument as to why the judge in the UK ruled in favour of the Sun. Oh, she can't be a gold digger. She can't be this. She can't just be. She must have really good moral character. Well, obviously not. It's not like she's hard up for cash. She's been in loads of films. I mean, I say loads, but she's been in the Aquaman films. Then she did Justice League. And then the Snyder Cut. I mean, she's getting money. Amber Heard's lawyer literally pulled out concealer and will call a makeup expert to try and explain away her disappearing bruises. I mean, seriously? What about the fact that they magically appeared? How are you going to explain that? I mean, this is hilarious. Johnny Depp's like, look at his face. Johnny Depp's face as Amber Heard's lawyer brings up Amber Turd and said she couldn't have taken that dump. She's fecal phobic. I mean, for real? Are you serious? She's scared of poo. I mean, how is she fecal phobic? Like, how do you take a dump if you're fecal phobic? You can't, can you? Can you imagine sitting on the toilet and be like, oh, what's this coming out of me? Oh, what a joke. Amber Heard's lawyer just claimed Johnny Depp burned a hole in his own cheek by putting a cigarette out on his face. Not heard. I mean, that's... Really? I mean, maybe if he was really out of it. And look, you know, he absolutely does have... you know, he has had a substance... Not a problem, but he's enjoyed substances, right? Alcohol, drugs. He's enjoyed them. But they're going to try and bring that up quite a lot, no doubt. Johnny Depp's look when Heard's team accuses him of attacking Amber Heard over a tattoo he'd had forever. I mean, really? Amber Heard's argument, since I accused Johnny Depp in 2016, my 2018 article couldn't have destroyed his career or cost him pirates. But it literally has. It's there for the world to see. Like, it is literally there for the world to see. But again, remember, massive win. We've had a huge win. Team Johnny Depp's huge win. The fact that the judge sided with Johnny Depp's team, so they couldn't, you know, the Amber Heard's team couldn't bring in the Sun trial, that's really good. Johnny Depp's witnesses can't be trusted because of their financial reliance on him. Since Heard's witnesses lived off Depp too, I guess they can't be trusted. I mean, yeah, pretty good statement. Amber Heard's lawyer accidentally admits that the article she wrote was about Johnny Depp. That destroys a huge part of her defense. Madness. But honestly, she kept rolling her eyes as well. Like, look at this. Kept rolling her eyes. This was quite funny. I watched this putt live. She was blinking mad when Johnny Depp's team did their opening statement. She just blink, 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 blink. Crazy. She's an individual that tried to get that Umbrella Guy's channel struck down. So huge win. Now I'm going to be covering this sort of intermittently. I thought I would cover day one. Obviously, you know, we're moving into day two today. But I wanted to do that. I wanted to sort of cover this intermittently, and when there's ever, you know, when there's big things to cover, I will drop in. It may be that there'll be big things each day. I mean, this is going to be what, like a 6-day trial, something like that. 6-day or 6-week, I can't remember exactly. So it'll be really interesting. Law and Crime is striking channels streaming Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. It's a public trial and they're abusing the copyright system. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty bad, isn't it? So Johnny Depp's sister took the stand. She was also his manager and head of his production company. And I mean, look at Johnny. His whole demeanour. He's not happy. You know, he's not happy with this. The whole thing is not happy. And they brought up his mother, as well. And it was just tragic, genuinely tragic to kind of watch this out. Johnny Depp's sister describes a violent upbringing. His mother called Depp One Eye, making fun of him potentially having a lazy eye and would hit, throw things, and abuse. Sounds just like Amber Heard. Yeah. And then, like I said, yeah, Amber Heard alleged sexual assault against Johnny Depp in the opening. This has never been mentioned anywhere, ever. I mean, it's not, I don't think it's smart at all to publicly defame someone in a defamation trial. She won't stop there either. She's also planning to say Depp rapped her to garner sympathy. That'll be interesting to see how far that goes. So yeah, I know that Tug is doing live streams of this with Ricada Law, so head on over there. Or just get the footnotes, I guess, from me. Despite Johnny Depp's mother abusing him, he moved her closer to him, provided for her, made sure she had the best medical care. No wonder he stuck with Amber Heard despite her abusing him. He was conditioned since childhood, yeah. I mean, it's just disgraceful. But again, massive win. Huge win. And also, what is interesting is that the sister has now publicly come out and said, well, whenever we did travel arrangements, I had to book a second hotel room. And they were like, well, why do you have to do that? Well, because Johnny Depp, when they argued, Johnny would want to go away and hide from the situation. Yeah, Johnny Depp travelled. His sister booked him extra rooms. Why? Because Heard was so abusive, Depp had to have somewhere to flee to. I mean, not good. Look at her face! When Amber Heard found out that Dior was interested in Johnny Depp, she was disgusted. They're all about class. Why would they want Johnny? Pfft. Amber Heard would call Johnny Depp an old fat man to his face while they were together, hoping that would cut deep. I mean, why would you do that? It's just abuse. Did you see injuries on Amber Heard during one injury she described? No. Johnny Depp's sister says she even hugged Amber Heard and there was nothing, just like what the photos from those dates detail. Amber Heard would not sign a prenup. Amber Heard claims she wanted a prenup, which is obvious BS, and Depp's sister shoots it down. She allegedly got so angry with Johnny Depp, she took his finger and put a cigarette out on his face when asked about the subject. That's just disgraceful. So it's interesting. Johnny Depp was dealing with his mother's death when Amber Heard sent him an extortion letter, threatened his career, said she's out him as a sexual abuser. Interesting stuff. This is a pretty big win for, well, hopefully this will be a pretty big win for men who are in, abusive relationships. But there you go, ladies and gents. What do you guys think? Are you team Turd or team Depp? Let me know down below. Again, I'll sort of cover this as and when I can, but it is interesting, and hopefully this goes in Johnny Depp's favour. Let me know, ladies and gents. Like, comment, share, support the channel. We've got merch, we've got Patreon, we've got memberships, all linked down below in the description box. Take care.